Greetings, Yak Watchers. Now, they say that Pokemon is a kid's game. On the evidence of today's video, you will beg to differ. How on earth can any kid understand this? It is the Bootleg Pokemon Green Complete Pokedex. We're here to take the mick out of terrible translations today. We're just gonna go through the complete list of Bootleg Pokemon Green monsters. So, let's go straight in, because we've got 152 of these to get through. Okay, we shall just open up the first monster here. It's an Incon, a seed type, and is fostered to become gradually larger and larger. Generally, animals do become larger and larger. Unless they're a duck, which grows up while it grows down. Next one. I'd say a parasite has infected that thing and has taken over its body. There's even the theory that we humans might have brain parasites, and you just don't know it. The one that I've got is making me play weird translated video games. Aha! Flowey! It's a relaxed type. It's a very laid-back type of Pokemon, and it's 67.5 kilograms. This is a rather interesting description here. We've got somebody's eye, somebody's chin, and a load of other gibberish. I think, well, something gives me the feeling that they forgot to program that one. Next up, Shadow the Lizard. Ends its life as soon as the fire burns out. I wouldn't ever want to catch and use that Pokemon, because if that's what the Pokedex says, it just blatantly tells you what to do to beat it. Then everybody's going to beat it every time. On to number 5. Eliza, a smoke type. Kids, don't smoke. It's bad for you. Another Lisa. Flies with wings above the ground. 1,400 meters. And sprays high temperature flames. Well, I should think it would be a rather hard task spraying low temperature flames. Okay, Torto! It is a shell type, and it is comfortably numb. 007, ha! Next up, Kame. It's actually a tortoise type. A massive height of 1 meter and 22 kilos. It is liked by one particular man as a pet whose tail covered by hair is a sign of long life. All we know is he's called Kame. Okay, so this one's Kame. 1 letter different, and he's a crust type. I wonder if you can get him in the bread aisle of the supermarket. I wonder if the next monster is going to be wholemeal, and then the one after that, granary. Compresses heavy body on the opponent's body. To make it choking, its body can hide into the crust when meeting... Oh, guff, move on. Makes no sense whatsoever. Katap has a green skin and exuviates several times. Exuviates! Oh, that's an interesting word. I'm just going to look that up, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a real word? Yes, it's in the free dictionary. Here we go. To shed or cast off. Wow, that's a word they don't teach you in school. Ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon Green as a force for good. I'm going to start a campaign to try and get it into schools as a learning tool. Expand your vocabulary with Pokemon Green, yes. Now, this one's surrounded by a shabby outer but soft inner crust. Oh, I've just noticed you can have a shabby outer belly button or a soft inner belly button. Which one do you have? Okay, it's the opposite of a solar panel because its wings are preserved by water. Undissolved scales. I can't make head nor tail of that. So let's go to the next monster. Oh, it's a humble beetle without the E on the end. Although I'm glad they spelt beetle that way, because Paul McCartney might have been on the phone. Teach! I'll teach you a thing or two. It's an unmovable state before to become an adult. Okay, so basically it just sits around and does nothing, like a typical teenager. Vangu! It's sticking its own spear up its backside. It has a poisonous needle in the abdomen, I presume, and it's a wasp type. Fairly well translated, that one. And once again, it's a meter high wasp. Eesh. Okay, dislikes fighting, hides in the grass, bit of a boring Pokemon. Waste of time, move on. Ah, the evoluted form of the Bobo is a Bicho. Ah, yes, I remember looking this up. Ah, here we go. Bicho means beast in Portuguese or bug in Spanish. It also means something rather rude in Nicaragua and something else rather rude in Puerto Rico. Now, these notes I made over a year ago, and I have no idea what those could mean, but I'm guessing there's something to do with the male member of a club, you understand. Victor! It's Victor with a cold. Once again, it flies to and fro in the sky with its beautiful wing to melee threaten the opponent. Ah, now, here we go. Keeler. It's a mouse type. I always thought it was a rat. Has one long and sharp tooth. Is that it? It only has one tooth? I don't know. Can it just eat cheese? Because that's what mice eat. Would be rather difficult if you have one of those as a pet. And the latte, which is the northern version of a latte. Also a mouse, and the poorer cousin, because all this does is swim with 3 tow webs in the lake. The Machi. It's like a machine, 2/3 of a machine almost, but is difficult to deal with when parroting. So it can turn into a parrot. Is this a parrot type? Or maybe it's referring to the fact you can teach it rude words. I would certainly do that if I had a Machi. This drill is a rock type. No problem to fly a whole day. I wonder if that rat can swim with 3 tow webs in the lake for a whole day. I doubt it very much. You suck in comparison to the drill. Here we have Dolly Parton, who lives and rests in the grass by stretching out its tongue to feel danger around. We'll presume that was a typo. Has some figures on the abdomen. But you mean like those eyes in the mouth? Ah, it's enough to frighten a weak opponent to flee as fast as possible. And it's 65 kilos, a pretty hefty snake if you ask me. Oh, here we go. It's the bikach. You've always got to do that. You've always got to clear your throat while you say that. Bikach. Has small electronic pockets. Besides the 2 laterals of the chin. What's a chin lateral? Dunno. And here we have the evoluted form, which is called a white for some reason. It can emit exactly, ladies and gentlemen, note this down, 100,000 volts of electricity. No, sorry, 100,000 volt of electricity. So make your mind up, is it 100,000 or just one? Even an Indian elephant can die. Well, that's a brilliant sense of perspective. Imagine if they put that in the English version, the actual properly translated English version. It can kill an Indian elephant. Also a misnomer, because it's not actually white, it's yellow. But there again, this is the Game Boy Color version, and it's probably grey in the other one, or green.